Hey, what's going on guys? Dre here, back again with another video. So if you haven't heard us yet, Apple has just recently announced the release of some new smart devices at their virtual event, which of course, as expected, included their new iPhone 13 lineup. Now, the other new devices that were announced at the virtual event are the new iPad, the iPad mini, the Apple Watch Series 7, which are all coming with new and improved designs, specs and features which will have all Apple fans excited. But today I want to focus a bit on the new iPhone 13 lineup that were announced for 2021. And I don't know, it's kind of a mixed bag for me. Now, this time around, let's quickly talk about some of the things coming to the iPhone 13 that are new, some things that are not so new, and definitely some things we were hoping for that we unfortunately didn't get with the announcement. Now, just like last year, we are getting 4 new iPhone 13 models, which are the iPhone 13, the iPhone 13 mini, the iPhone 13 Pro, and the iPhone 13 Pro Max. The design for the regular iPhone 13 and 13 mini have pretty much remained the same from last year's iPhone 12, having that very sleek flat edge design that most persons have come to love. But what's definitely new on the iPhone 13 and the 13 mini are the 5 new color options that you can get this time around. Now, there's an all new pink, there's a blue, there's a midnight starlit, and a product red. What's also new for the iPhone 13 and 13 mini are the dual camera layouts on the back, with the lenses now arranged diagonally versus last year's iPhone 12 having a vertical camera layout on the back. Now, continuing with the design on the front of the iPhone 13, we still have ceramic shield protecting the display here, which is the same as last year's. But again, what's also new is the smaller notch, which you might notice, that houses Apple's Face ID technology. Now, according to Apple, the notch is about 20% smaller than previous models, which is kind of a welcome change, as it gives users, in theory, a bit more screen real estate. But we'd have to definitely see how much of a difference that makes in real life use. Other features coming to the iPhone 13 and 13 mini, which are not quite new, are the Super Retina XDR display, which this time around promises to give a better brightness and better color reproduction. We're getting bigger batteries across both models, with the iPhone 13 mini getting upwards of about an hour and a half longer battery life, which is more than needed this time around when compared to last year's 12 mini. And the regular iPhone 13, we're going to be getting upwards of 2.5 hours longer battery life when compared to last year's model. Then there is also a 5G, which is coming back to the iPhone 13. We're getting MagSafe again, and this time around should be a bit stronger magnets. But again, another new feature is the new A15 Bionic chipset, which this time promises fast and powerful performance, better power efficiency, and of course, faster machine learning capabilities. So to round off our quick look at the regular iPhone 13 and 13 mini, we are expecting new and advanced dual camera system. The camera sensors here are going to be a bit larger than last year's, and what that will do is to allow the dual lens of the iPhone 13 to take much better and cleaner photos in almost any situation. But the big news for the camera system on the iPhone 13 and the 13 mini is the introduction of the sensor shift optical stabilization, which was first featured and only available on last year's iPhone 12 Pro Max. Now, we're glad to definitely see that Apple has decided to add this to all iPhone models this year around, and I have to give them a thumbs up for that. Now, on the video aspect of things, a brand new feature here was announced, and that is the cinematic mode. Now, on demonstration, Apple showed that this camera is able to rack focus between different subjects pretty seamlessly, which is quite impressive coming from a smartphone. However, if you're not really in the field of videography, then I really don't think you would appreciate this feature, and I also don't think this one will be one that will be widely used by the majority of the average consumers. Now, in terms of price, we're looking at a starting price of $699 for the iPhone 13 mini and $799 for the regular iPhone 13, which is in keeping with the prices of last year models. So nice to see that there are no increases in price for this year. But what's even more welcoming is the increase in the baseline storage capacity, moving from 64 gigabytes to now 128 gigabytes of starting storage going upwards to about 512 gigabytes. So definitely thumbs up again to Apple for that. But now let's take a look at the Pro models of the iPhone 13. These are the models that I am pretty excited about and what promises to bring features I have been wanting to see from a Pro model iPhone. So let's start by looking at the design. Again, nothing new to talk about here with the design of the iPhone 13 Pro and the Pro Max. Still, we have that very flat edge with that stainless steel band around the frame of the phone. Also, we get familiar colors that we've been accustomed to for the most part. This year we have a very rich, deep graphite color, a glorious gold variant, a very silky looking silver, and an all new Sierra blue. You guys can definitely comment below and let me know which is your favorite color for the Pro lineup this year. Now, my all-time favorite has got to be the Pacific blue on the 12 Pro Max. I absolutely love it, but nonetheless, the Sierra blue is looking pretty good, and I might fight the temptation to get another blue color for the 13 Pro. But what you can do definitely is let me know in the comment section below on which color you think I should get for this year's iPhone. Anyways, let's move on, and we're going to talk a bit about the display of the 13 Pro. Now, first off, we do have a smaller notch as well here, which I've spoken about earlier on the regular iPhone 13 and 13 mini. There's also ceramic shield again present, coming from last year's model. I'm not quite sure if they've made it a bit stronger than last year's 12 Pro. They didn't say, but still we're getting 6.1 inches on the iPhone 13 Pro and 6.7 inches for the iPhone 13 Pro Max. The display on the 13 Pro Max and the regular 13 Pro is actually a new one this year. We're getting all new Super Retina XDR display, which supports upwards to 1200 nits of peak brightness outdoor. Now that's plenty of brightness for using the 12 Pro Max outside on very bright sunny days. On the back of the device are 3 new cameras with stainless steel trim around the edge of each sapphire crystal lens. The glass on the back of the 13 Pro is of course of matte nature this time around, which is pretty similar to last year's 12 Pro. Other features from last year's iPhone 12 Pro that are here on the 13 Pro are the IP68 water resistant, there is MagSafe, and of course 5G capabilities. But let's look at what's definitely new for the iPhone 13 and 13 Pro Max. The upgrade from last year's A14 Bionic chip to the new A15 chipset is what's powering the new iPhone Pro models. There are 2 high-performance cores. We have 4 new efficiency cores and faster neural engine, and of course we have the new 5-core GPU, which promises to provide up to 50% faster graphics, which is arguably the fastest graphics performance in any smartphone to date. But the feature that has been rumored to be on the new iPhone 13 Pro models is now official. Ladies and gents, we now have ProMotion on the new iPhones finally. Now, for those of you with newer Android phones would more than likely be familiar with this feature, as it's known as high refresh rate or adaptive refresh rate on some Android models. Well, iPhones have now joined the party, at least with the Pro models for now. But with this new ProMotion feature, what it does is allow the display to refresh from as low as I think 10 Hz or 12 Hz to a high of 120 Hz, depending on the content you're consuming, and it provides a smooth experience when needed, while also preserving battery when higher refresh rates aren't necessary. So playing games on this will be a whole new experience. How Apple has implemented this ProMotion feature by optimizing iOS to take full advantage is pretty cool, as it responds and adapts to the speed of your finger while swiping through apps or just simply scrolling. The iPhone 12 Pro Max has been pretty smooth when just flipping through different apps and scrolling, so I'm really super excited to see and test out what the difference is like with the new ProMotion feature on the 13 Pro. So stay subscribed to the channel if you want to see the comparison of the iPhone 13 Pro Max to the 12 Pro Max. One feature, however, we were definitely hoping for was for Apple to bring back Touch ID to at least the Pro models, but unfortunately we won't be seeing that in this year's iPhone 13 models. Let's talk about the all new camera system on the iPhone 13 Pro models. All cameras are 12 megapixels and consist of a telephoto lens, an ultra wide camera and the new wide camera with an f1.5 aperture. So what we're looking at here with this new camera system are better performance in low light, again, sharp and clean photos no matter the conditions. Now with the new camera system on the new iPhones, we also have other features like photography styles, macro photography, which uses the ultra wide lens, and the new autofocus system to allow for close-up detail shots of various objects. Now in terms of video on this new camera system found on the new 13 Pro models, we have the new macro slow-mo videos, and of course cinematic mode makes its way also to the 13 Pro models. Now to round it all off, let's look quickly at the battery we're getting on the Pro models. Though Apple didn't state what size batteries we will be receiving on each model, we can expect the iPhone 13 Pro to give upwards of an hour and a half longer than last year's 12 Pro and upwards to 2.5 hours longer battery life for the 13 Pro Max when compared to last year's 12 Pro Max. Now prices for the 13 Pro will be starting at $999, and for the 13 Pro Max prices will begin at $1099. Again, pretty similar to the prices of last year's models. So that's pretty much it. Apple will begin taking pre-orders for the iPhone 13 starting today when you're seeing this video, which is Friday, September 17th, and they will be sending shipments out the following week, which is the 24th of September. But tell me what you think of the new iPhone 13 models. Will you be picking up any, and if so, which particular model will you be picking up? Definitely look out for more videos on the 13 Pro Max on this channel as I get the phone in to do a bunch of tests. Let me know which tests you would like to see more on the channel. Leave a comment down below and let me know. But thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys again in my next upload. Peace.